With us. Let's take a second example. Again, this question is drawn from previous questions of GSCE. What is 0.28 as a fraction of 0.8? It's a very simple example. 0.28 as a fraction, first of all, means I take the integers in the decimal number, which is 28. I put my fraction sign, which is division, and then these decimal points I replaced with 1, the rest I replaced with 0. I got 28 over 100. I need to reduce it to its lowest term, to its simplest form. Let's just divide by 2 first. If you divide this by 2, you would have 14. If you further divide by 2, you would have 7. So let's just divide by 4. 4 divided by 28 divided by 4, you have 7. 100 divided by 4, you would have 25. So if you divide the numerator and the denominator by 4, you would have 7 over 25. And that's the simplest form. Again, 0.8 as a fraction. This is 0.8. As before, we got to pick the integers and we got only 8. We put a fraction or division sign. This decimal point is replaced with 1. The rest of the numbers are replaced with 0. So we got 8 over 10. To reduce it to its lowest term, I can use 2. Divide 8 by 2 and I'll have 4. Divide 10 by 2 and I'll have 5. Therefore, 0.8 is equivalent to 4 over 5. Now, the real question says, what is 0.28? In other words, 7 over 25 as a fraction of 0.8. In other words, divided by 4 over 5. 4 over 5. This divided by this is simple. We all know that to divide a fraction by another fraction, we need to invert the denominator. Again, to divide a fraction by another fraction, all we need to do is invert the denominator. Therefore, 7 over 25 divided by 4 over 5 is the same thing as 7 over 25 multiplied by 5 over 4. Once you invert the denominator, you change the division sign to multiplication and you get your answer correctly. This would be the same thing as, we both know that multiplication is commutative. So it means when you're dealing with fractions in multiplication, you just have to multiply the numerator by the numerator. Even if there's another numerator, keep multiplying them and then multiply the denominators. Simple as that. 7 multiplied by 5, 35. 25 multiplied by 4 is 100. So what is common here? Let's start with 5. 5 divided by 35 divided by 5, you got 7. 100 divided by 5, you got 20. Can it be reduced to any simpler form? No, I would say. Therefore, 0.28 as a fraction of 0.8 is equivalent to 7 over 20. Clear and simple. If you got any questions, put them down in the comment section and we'll treat it. Let's take another example. To be clear, we are still treating numbers. Work out 80 million, that's 80,000,000 divided by 200 and give your answer in standard form. For those who do not know, standard form simply expresses a number in the form a multiplied by 10 raised to the power x. That is standard form. It is used to write large numbers conveniently or very small numbers conveniently. We will see how that is done in this example. Normally, if you want to divide 80 million by 200, start by cancelling out the numbers, the zeros. And we're left with 2. So 8 is the only integer here. Divided by 2, and we'll have 4. So we'll have to have 4. Then we put back the zeros that are left, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros. So you have 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. That's 400,000. Now the real question is, we want this answer in standard form. Good. So to put this in standard form, let's pick the integer or whole number 4. If we like, we can put 0.0 then we count the zeros in front, or the rest of the numbers in front. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiplied by 10 raised to the power 5. That's the correct answer. Someone else may decide to put it in this form. 40 multiplied by 10. So how many zeros are left? 4. It's the same thing. But the important thing is you understand how to put numbers in standard form. Let's assume what we had was not 400,000 but 0.000 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. To put it in standard form, it's still the same principle. The difference is that there will be a negative sign on the power. So we have 4.0 times 10 raised to the power. Count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, including this one, 5 minus 5. Any questions you can ask on the comment section, but I believe this is clear and simple.